Okay, we have a shade mesh, and it's a improvised rigging. We'll show you that a little bit later. But the shade mesh is really neat because it blocks 80% of the sun, and but still gives you pretty darn good visibility. So it just sort of takes the edge off of it. And this is my neighbor John. John, you want to show him how it works?
Sure, real easy. If you want to roll it up, I just have it secured at the ends. I'll pull this one loose over here. One little tug comes right out. It prevents it from blowing. And to raise it, it only takes about 4 or 5 seconds. An easy tug, and I just secure it right here.
Great. So it doesn't block all the sun, but it takes the good edge off of it, right?
Oh no, you can see through it, which is one of the perks. I like that you can, it's like wearing a pair of sunglasses.
Oh, good.
And it really makes it comfortable out here.
All right. So the way we rig it is we got a couple eye screws up there. We have an eye screw up there. We have an eye screw there. And all we did was we just tied a slip knot around the shaft behind the curtain. We went down underneath, up through. Do you want to let it come down, John? And we'll see how this thing works. But basically, let's look at this one over here. This eye screw right here comes down. What happens is this one goes up, it goes around the back, up the bottom through that eye screw. May as well go through that eye screw too, and that one's doing the same thing. I have the same slip knot around that shaft. It goes down, up, and we just go across. Now, we fasten this with Velcro and marine snaps across the top directly. What we're going to show you a little bit later is a double ply. You don't get the same visibility, but you certainly block more of the sun. And we've got a community pool over there, and they just don't want that sun at all because it's just blinding when they do their little get-togethers. So here's a view from the outside. Just rolls this baby up, ties it off, and he rigged all that himself. Okay, this one's very similar to the one we saw before. The only difference is it's a double ply and works the same way. So John, you want to just show them how it works again?
Sure.
Okay, great. And then back down. All right, so the problem we had is that on Thursday evenings, there's kind of a get-together in that area and the sun hits every bit of it and it just blinds everyone. So we decided to do a double ply on this one. In a moment, I'll show you the visibility from the other side. The visibility isn't as good as the single ply. Double ply, you don't get nearly the visibility. And it's got kind of this weird sort of kaleidoscope pattern, but definitely blocks the sun more. So John, you want to roll that thing up again? And now it is absolutely blinding without it. John, you want to let it down?
Sure.
And that's it. And that's just an improvised rigging system, double ply. So let me just show you how I rigged it. What you do is you just tie a slip knot around the shaft of an eye screw, right? You take your cord down, underneath, and back through the eye screw and out to a third eye screw that we'll talk about later that acts as your actual pulley. So here we go. We have a slip knot, goes around the shaft of the screw, goes underneath the bar. We're going to go back up through the same eye screw. May as well go through this one too. Out to our third eye screw that's going to be our pulley. Okay, and then if you like, you can knot it here. You don't need to, but if you want to, you can knot it here. You can also knot it here, make yourself a handle if you like. But basically what you do is you just pull on this, and it's going to pull the bar up. So that's the rigging.